sometimes rugs and mats can be a little bit expensive, especially if they have like a design on them. But if you go to Dollar Tree, you're going to find a huge selection of rugs and mats that you can use to create your own projects. And welcome to my channel, DIY Home and Crafts. My name is Jess and I'm so excited to have you here today. And like I said, I'm going to be creating some DIYs and projects with the rugs and mats that you can get from Dollar Tree. I'm going to share with you 9 ideas that you have to try with these rugs and mats, and I can't wait for you guys to tell me which one is your favorite. And I also want to say thank you to Hoover for sponsoring today's video. I hope that you're ready because I am. Let's DIY together. Okay, for this project we are going to be doing something really cool. You're going to need one of these floor mats from Dollar Tree, and you are also going to need one of these woven rugs that you can get at Dollar Tree too. You can choose this one. It comes in different colors and patterns, so you can choose the ones that you like the most. And what I'm going to do is to stick these two rugs together only on the edges of the rugs. I'm going to be using hot glue to stick these, but maybe you can use a stronger glue like E6000 or fabric glue to really make these super strong. I'm going to be adding the glue only on 3 sides of this rug. I'm going to leave one side open, and that way I can put all of the pillow filling. I am making a bed for my dog, and I just use some old filling like an old pillow. You can use maybe old towels or things like that to try to make this a very comfortable bed for your dog, but in a budget-friendly way. Once I fill my dog's bed, I'm going to close the other side of the bed with more hot glue. And once I did that, my dog's bed is ready and he loved it. I love how it turned out, and I like that it has this high-end look and that I can put these anywhere in my house and that is going to look beautiful. I love the tassels that this woven rug has, and I think it gives a really nice touch. For this next project, I'm going to be using this rug from Dollar Tree, and I really like it. You can do, oh my god, like so many projects with this rug, and I like the pattern it has, and you can use any side of this rug for this project. And what I'm going to do is to use only one of these rugs, fold it in half, and I'm going to add glue only on the edges, but I'm going to leave a small gap on the bottom part. Once I stick both edges, I'm going to fold the small gap on each side, and then I'm going to add hot glue. It's going to look like a small triangle on the bottom part of this. Once you stick that with hot glue or fabric glue or E6000 glue, you can turn your rug over and it's going to look like you use a saw machine, and it's going to look super good. And if you want to add like an extra touch of texture, maybe you can add a ribbon or something, or you can simply just turn the top part of this bag over just to give it like that extra touch and make the bag out just a little bit smaller. And you can put so many things inside of this. You can use these for storage, organization. I decided to put toilet paper and add these in my bathroom, but you can put so many things, maybe a plant or towels or things like that, and I really like how it turned out. I will be using this floor mat that I bought at Dollar Tree, and I will also be using a rope. I will be gluing all the rope on this floor mat with hot glue in an oval shape. For that, I must begin by gluing the rope in the center of the mat, forming a straight line, and then I'm going to start sticking the rope around, and that way you're going to form that oval shape bigger and bigger. You can stick the rope until you like the size that it has, or you can completely cover this mat as I did, and in the end you will have to cut the edges that you have with a scissor to have the perfect shape. And then you need to glue more rope around of this mat just to cover the edges of the mat, and that way it's going to look much better. You can put this mat anywhere just to decorate your home, and it's going to look so beautiful. It is very easy to make, and I just love how it looks. I'm very proud of this project. Friends, I want to talk to you about my lifesaver in this summer, my Hoover Smartwash Pet Carpet Cleaner, alias Miss Marty. She's part of the family. I have experienced carpet mess experts in my home. Yep, my 2 kids and dog are part of that crew. They make my life happier and better, but some days are harder than others, and my carpets see it all. Collect all of our memories as a family and also every mess. Sponges and wipes does not work in these cases. You need the right tool. Mine is the Hoover Smartwash Pet Carpet Cleaner. You can clean big carpet areas with your smartwash and small spots with the scrubbing tool. Add your cleaning formula that helps to deep clean and neutralize odors and stains and clean your carpet like a pro, and I mean like a real pro. Push forward to wash and backward to dry. The power brushes do the dirty work without having to press any button, and the heat force feature applies hot air that helps to dry your clean carpet faster. I do a deep clean in my house every season, and that includes my whole carpet. But with kids and pets, accidents happens every time, so I use my spot chaser wand to pre-treat any stain, and then the scrubbing tool for small spots. It's perfect for stains, furniture, and stairs. It's really effective and easy to use. You just have to spray, scrub, and suction to remove the daily messes. Once you're done, throw the dirty water and give your bristles a quick wash. This lady is ready for another messy day. Hopefully not soon, but thankfully I am prepared. My carpet is clean in minutes and it feels so good and fresh. I have more time to enjoy my clean home in less time and effort with the power of a smartwash. Now let's create more memories and enjoy the time. Need a game changer machine? Check the link in my description box and get your new Hoover Smartwash Pet Carpet Cleaner. Going to be using these bath mats that you can get from Dollar Tree, and I really like them because like the bottom part is super cute to make so many things. You can do some throw pillows, super cute. Actually this time I want to make like a puff, so for that you're going to need 5, but I highly recommend getting 6 of these mats. And what you want to do first is that you want to attach 4 of these mats together with hot glue on the sides, making sure that you put them all together really nice, really good, that the hot glue works well and nothing like breaks. I actually have been made so many throw pillows, before using hot glue, and they work so good. I have no problems with these. Maybe you can use like a fabric glue or something like that if you have it, but I think if you use hot glue it's going to be fine. Once I stick my 4 mats together, I need to cut them all in the same size. If you want to make a puff, you need it to be like in a square shape. So these mats are rectangles, so you need to cut them to have that square shape. Okay, now it's time to add the top part of this puff, and you're going to need another mat, and then you just have to stick all of the sides, making sure that it's going to look like a cube. now that I stick 5 of these mats together, you can put it on the right side, and this is how the puff is going to start looking. And now it's time to fill the puff, and you can use anything that you have. You can use blankets. I decided to use some old throw pillows, and I put them inside of the puff. And now you can use another of these mats to basically did the bottom part of the puff, but I have tried to find another one of these mats and I never saw one, so I decided just to leave it as it is, to don't put anything on the bottom and just like add some glue. And that works for me because anytime that I want to use or like reuse or remove any throw pillow from these puff, I can do that. I know that this is not perfect, but I actually like it, and nobody's going to saw that bottom part of my puff, so that's okay with me. Now I want to add something extra to give it a nice touch, so I decided to use some youth cord from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be making 4 of these tassels. You can use your fingers to measure or anything that you have, and then you just have to roll all of these and make your tassels. It's super simple. I did 4 tassels to be able to add 1 on each side on the top of the puff, and then I'm going to be sticking them with hot glue. Okay, once I was done, this is how this project turned out, and I really like it. I decided to add these to the living room that I just did a makeover. You can watch that video. It's in my other channel, JAZOMY Home. I'm going to leave you the link in the description box. But anyways, guys, I just love how this turned out. I think it works perfect on my living room. It turned out so inexpensive on a budget and with a high-end look. For the next project, you have to look for the mats that Dollar Tree have. They have so many, and I decided to go with a simple one. This is like a dog mat, so I decided to go with that one. I'm also going to need some stones, and this time I decided to go with these black stones that are so cute. They are perfect, just the perfect stones for this project. I get 4 packages of stones for this project, and I'm going to start basically just sticking all of these stones on my mat. But because this is going to be an outdoor mat, you need a really good glue. So I got this silicone glue at Amazon. It costs like $3 or $4, so inexpensive, and it's more than enough for this mat. So I'm going to leave you the link of this glue in the description box of this video. Like I said, I get 4 packages of these stones, and I only ended up using like 3 packages and a half, and I stick all of the rocks in my mat. I let it dry for 24 hours, and this is how my project turned out. Guys, it's a super easy project. It's going to take a little bit of time because you have to glue all of these like stones, but for me it was so relaxing and I really enjoyed doing it, and I hope that you like this idea. It's a unique piece that you can do at home, and it looks really expensive, but it was on a budget. I'm going to use these bath mats that I get from Dollar Tree. I get 2 in this color and I really like them. So I decided to make a throw pillow using these mats, and the first thing I did was to put them together as straight as possible, and then I'm going to be adding, you can add maybe hot glue or fabric glue to stick your mats, or maybe you can sew them if you have a sewing machine, but I'm going to make it super simple, and I'm going to use this fabric glue, and I'm going to add it to 3 of the edges of my mats. guys, you must glue them to the opposite side and then turn the mats over. And this way your throw pillow is going to look like it was sewn, and it's going to look so much better. Like I said, you need to add the glue to only 3 of the edges of the mats, and then once the glue is dry, you can turn the mats over, and this is how your throw pillow is going to be looking for the moment. Now it's time to add any design that you want, and I cut these piece of paper in like a carrot shape, and I'm going to be drawing these to any piece of like fabric that you have. I have this one from Dollar Tree, and I like that has these like strips pattern, so I'm going to be cutting 3 carrots in this fabric. Before to glue them to my throw pillow, I decided to add something on the back to make them pop out a little bit more, so I'm going to be cutting 3 other carrots a little bit bigger in this burlap fabric that I have at home. And just in case, I'm going to leave you a link in the description of where you can get these type of burlap fabrics. From there, I'm going to be adding the fabric glue to my carrots to glue them together. From there, once you have your 3 carrots, this is how they're going to look, and you can put them on your throw pillow. I decide to stick them in different directions with a little bit of hot glue. Once I stick all my carrots, I'm going to be using this jute cord, and I'm going to be sticking that jute cord on my throw pillow to basically make as if all the carrots were tied together, and it will look much more like fun and cute. Okay, once I stick all the jute cord on top of the carrots to make them look like if they were tied together, I am going to be doing the foliage that all the carrots supposed to have. And for that, I'm going to be using more jute cord, and I'm going to be making like tassels. They look like small tassels for me, but I'm going to be cutting like the edges. I'm going to tie them with a small knot, and then I'm going to be gluing that jute foliage to the top of the carrots. Now it is time to fill your pillow. You can fill it with anything that you have around your home, maybe another old pillow, or maybe blankets, or I don't know, you name it, anything that you have and that you think it works. And then you need to fold the other side of the pillow and glue it with hot glue to make sure that it's going to have the same like finished look on all the edges of your pillow. Once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I am in love. I love how it looks. I love how neutral it is and how cute it looks. This DIY was so inexpensive using the bath mats from Dollar Tree, and it looks amazing with a high-end look, and I really hope that you like it. Mats, you can get these at Dollar Tree any season, anytime. They always have these, so I'm going to be using them. What I was not like super happy about is that all of the edges are cut in like a round shape, so I'm going to be cutting all of the edges. I'm going to make my floor mat a little bit smaller, but that's okay. I just want to get out of those round edges and make sure that they look straight. I'm going to be using 2 floor mats, and I'm going to be measuring both of them to make sure that they are the exact same size. Then I'm going to be sticking these 2 floor mats together on the back side, and for that I'm going to be using just some duct tape, and you can also add a little bit of hot glue to make sure that it stays stronger. I'm going to cut just a little bit to make sure that they look straight, and then it's time to add any design that you want on your floor mats. You can paint them, you can add a stencil. You have so many options. I think one of the cheapest and easiest way is to use just some tape. I get this blue one from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be adding these to the floor mats, creating like small squares that in the end they're going to look like small circles, but that's okay. I start to sticking them diagonally, and then I did the same but in the opposite direction. Next, it's time to paint these, and I tried to paint this outside with some white spray paint, but it didn't work. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the material of these floor mats, I don't know, but it didn't get like the color of the spray paint. So I decided to use some chalk paint in white color, and I paint one by one of these small squares, and then I just let them dry, and it works so much better. Once the paint is super dry, you can remove all of the tape, and I love this process. And yeah, this is how the floor mat ended up looking, and I really like it. I'm going to be putting this outside, and I add this rope mat on top that I did a few months ago, and this is how the project ended up looking. I really like it. I think it's going to add a really fun and nice touch on my outdoors. I'm going to add a transfer tape on top of this decal because now it's going to work as a stencil, and I'm going to stick this stencil on a mat that you can get at Dollar Tree. I got the one that has like bones and dog designs, but the design doesn't actually matter because I'm going to be using only the back side of this mat because it has like only one color. It's a neutral piece, and it's going to work so much better with your project. And what I'm going to do is to stick the stencil on the mat, and then very careful, I'm going to remove the transfer tape that has to be able to work with my stencil and add some paint. I'm going to use like a yellow color on the hello word, and I'm going to be painting that. This is Waverly chalk paint, and I really like it because it covers well with only one coat of paint, and it dries so quickly. For the sunshine word, I'm going to be using like an orange color that I like. It's also from the Waverly chalk paint brand, and I'm going to be painting that word, and then I'm going to let everything dry well. Once everything is completely dry, I'm going to be removing the stencil from my mat, and that's it. This is a super easy DIY that anyone can do. It's so much fun, and it's going to look perfect on your front door. It's going to give it that summer vibe, and it's going to save you some money because this mat only cost me $1.25 from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using this mat, and you're only going to need some rope from Dollar Tree. And basically what I'm going to be doing is to stick the rope on the mat. You can cut so many pieces in the same size, and then you just have to stick them in a straight line, creating lines, or you can stick them creating any shape, maybe like an oval or something like that, just to cover your mat. I'm going to be doing this in this way because it's super easy and it's going to look amazing. But as you can see, I'm leaving some rope extra on the sides because this is going to add a nice touch at the end that you're going to see in just a few seconds. Okay, once I cover my mat completely with the rope, I'm going to be adding an extra detail. You don't need to do these, but I think it works so well on my mat because I'm going to be basically like sewing the sides of the rug with some ute. I'm going to be adding these ute on the edge of the rug, and it's for like extra protection. In addition of that, is going to add a nice touch. I am going to be tying this ute above and below between all of the ropes, and this will help me to get them all together and stay as a one piece on my rug. Now, because I leave that extra rope on the sides of the rug, I want to like unroll or like unbraid all of the rope and make it look like a little bit more puffy. And I really like how this looks on my rug. It's super easy. And once I have that side, I'm going to be doing the same in the other side of the rug. Guys, with this rug, you have so many possibilities. You can add a stencil and add some paint to write wherever you want on your rugs, maybe like hi or goodbye or welcome, and I think it's going to look so cool. Okay, once I was done, this is how my project turned out, and I really like it. It's so beautiful, so easy to do. I spent about 9 ropes from Dollar Tree to cover the whole mat. It looks high-end and it's perfect for outdoors. My loves, I really hope that you enjoyed today's video and that you can get some inspiration of all of the things that you can do, that you can DIY with these rugs from Dollar Tree. There are so many more ideas that you can try, and if you ever use these mats or rugs from Dollar Tree to create projects, let me know what did you create in the comments down below. I'm so excited to read them. If you like this video, please a big thumbs up. It really helps to support this channel, and make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit the bell to get notified every single time that I'm going to be uploading new videos. Thank you so much for all of the love and support. If you want to follow me on my social media pages, I'm going to leave you all of the links in the description box of this video and every single one. Again, thank you so much to Hoover for sponsoring today's video, and see you in the next one, guys. Mwah. Bye.